Okay, hello, hello. I believe our stream is live right now. Otherwise, you might be coming into the middle of my sentence. Uh, but hello, good afternoon from wherever you are. My name is Jatana, and I am the Director of Customer Success for OurPact. And tonight, or this afternoon, again, wherever you are, we are so pleased to be doing a joint live with Drew Brees. So you are here in this live chat because you are a member of Football in America. And Drew is going to hop on in the call in about 5 minutes to talk about OurPact and to say hello to everyone. We're so excited to have him. So it's my job to improvise and to talk before Drew jumps on. So we do have a chat going. If you have any questions about OurPact, please feel free to drop them in the chat. I will get to them at the end of our live today. So I do want to make sure that I answer everyone's questions. Today, what we'll be doing is I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about OurPact. I know Drew is going to talk about his experience and why he believes that OurPact is important. So I just want to take you guys through OurPact, show you what all we can do, what all you will see as a parent if you choose to trust OurPact with your family's device management. So again, we are so happy to have you all here with us. If you want to drop in the chat and tell us where you are joining us from. I myself am on the East Coast. I'm in New York City, and we are getting ready for some wintry weather. My colleagues back in California laughed earlier today when I told them that I'm wearing wool socks. So that is just the reality of living in such a big country. So if you are on the West Coast, that means it is the afternoon time for you. And so you probably still have sunshine right now. If you are on the East Coast with me, you know that we are in darkness right now. The joys of winter. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about OurPact while we're still waiting for Drew. And before we get into OurPact as an actual product, I want to talk to you about OurPact as a tool and who we are as a company that makes OurPact. One of our core values, our top core value, is family. All of our decisions that we make about OurPact are made with the idea of family in mind. OurPact was started because we wanted more time with family. We wanted kids to put down screens and have more family time. And it's something that we've really with us through our entire lifespan. We are so very lucky to be celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. OurPact turned 10, which means that we have been on the market. We have more experience than just about most every other product out in the parental management space. We have been listening to parents for a decade now. We have been working as a tool to parents for a decade now, and we want to continue to be a tool for parents long after another decade. I can confidently say that everyone who works at OurPact believes in what we are doing, and that is in reinforcing how important family is. Keeping safety standards, teaching families, teaching children about online and digital safety. The other guiding factor or guiding principle of OurPact is guidance in and of itself, in that OurPact is not about restriction. OurPact is not about taking your phone away from your children, but rather giving them the tools and guiding them into healthy device management. Because we know that as soon as your kids leave your house, they're in the world on their own. And so you want for them to be able to take tools that they have learned from a young age and carry that type of success into adulthood. So we are really proud of the product that we make. We love engaging with our community, with the families that entrust us, again, with their families' device management. I can stop talking now. We have Drew Brees.
Yeah, Jatana, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
No,
everybody.
you're so fine.
Yeah, we were in game plan meetings for high school football here, so
Mm.
we got a big playoff game this week. So I apologize. I just kind of lost track of
No,
time there
no
for a moment.
apologies necessary.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've already started the presentation, so I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to welcome all of
No,
our
not
FNA
at
families.
all.
And yeah,
I'm just rambling over here, so please
yeah,
take it
I
away.
no, look, I just wanted to say that OurPact has been an incredible partner for us and for FNA for quite a few years. It's a platform that our family has trusted, especially as our kids were growing up, just for kind of our online device management and all of the challenges that come along with that. There's a lot of positives, but certainly there's a lot of things that you want to watch out for and make sure that it's not abused and make sure that we're protecting our kids as much as possible. So I'm so glad that this platform exists and that you guys have done such a great job with it. It was awesome for our family, and hopefully it'll be a difference maker for all of our FNA families as well. So that's all I wanted to say. But yeah, keep rolling, Jatana. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much,
much,
and
truly
thanks everybody for
appreciate
joining.
you.
All right, have a great one.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. So you all heard it from the man himself. He used it with his own kids. And I mean, if Drew Brees loves it, then obviously it's the best product out there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and quickly walk you guys through setting up your account, getting started with management, and then giving a very broad overview of our management features. I could talk about OurPact for hours. I could give you an entire series of TED Talks. So my goal is to be succinct, entertaining, informative. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop those into the chat. I will be answering those at the end after we get through all of this. So let's go ahead and get started. So I talked to you about our core values. So in order for you guys to get started with your account on a computer, you're going to go to www.ourpact.com/FNA. So if you have not yet signed up, go ahead and do that. And signing up through this link will give you 10% off for the lifetime of your subscription. So unfortunately, you cannot use this website or this code in the mobile app. But if you sign up on the website, once you've signed up, then you can use the mobile app for management. You don't have to continue to use the web app if you don't want to. So once you create that account or you go to that website, this is the page you're going to be prompted with. And this is where you will create your account. So you can either use the traditional email address and password, or you can use single sign-on with your Apple or Google account. And as you will see at the top of this page, it does say enjoy 10% off. And again, that is for the lifetime of your subscription. All right. And so then going in through the mobile app, all new accounts get access to Premium Plus management for 7 days, and you do not need a credit card to unlock this trial. This will be automatically granted to you as soon as you open your OurPact account in the app. Then, if you choose to subscribe to one of our subscription platforms, you will receive an additional 14 days free. So that's 3 weeks free of OurPact. When you initially open the mobile app for the first time, you're going to be prompted to create your first child profile. And in doing this, you are going to get to experience our new onboarding wizard. So this is a tool that we have introduced to help simplify creating those management rules for your child. So by tapping on these selections of what your main concerns are about, this is going to help to craft age-appropriate rules for your child without you having to go in and set them automatically. Now, if you would prefer to go in and look at all the management features and set things individually, you absolutely can do that. And you can edit your child's management rules at any time. So you are not locked into these rules once you've gone through. This is just an easy way to try and streamline the onboarding process and get you right into management. So you'll see we answered these questions here for our kiddo, James. I have the option to add another child on this screen, or we can just go straight through to setting up management. So once you've created that child profile, now it is time to actually pair your child's device. So you will need to have your child's device in hand and a computer to actually pair the device with management so that you can use all of those management features. You only need a computer once to install the management profile. Once that management profile is installed using our Connect application, you do not need a computer anymore to manage your child's device. You'll only need a computer one more time to remove management when you're ready to stop using OurPact on your kiddo's device. So to pair your kiddo's device, you are again going to need a computer. You'll need to have their device in hand along with the passcode for your child's device. So OurPact does not need your kiddo's device passcode. That is not for us. During the installation process, your kiddo's phone or tablet will restart. And so you only need that passcode just to reopen the device to finish the installation project. Finish the installation process or project. We all love a good project. So again, that passcode is not going to OurPact. And then you will need a charging cable or a USB cable to connect your child's phone to the computer. So in order to get the pairing application, you will go to app.ourpact.com/connect to download the Connect application. If you are using the web app at the moment, on the left-hand side, you will see in the menu a button to add device. You can click that, and that button will automatically bring you to the Connect download page. Now, from this page, you're going to download the appropriate version for what type of computer you have, so either Mac or Windows. And then once the application is downloaded, you will open it up, and then you'll see the Connect pairing screen. So at the top, there are two options to either pair or remove. And you also have the option whether you're pairing an iOS device or an Android device. The pairing process for the two does differ a bit. So if you click iOS and try and pair an Android, it's not going to work. You will follow the simple on-screen instructions to get your devices, to get your kiddo's device paired. And that whole process should take less than 2 minutes. Again, you will receive on-screen instructions to guide you through the entire thing. And then once your child's device is paired, you'll be ready to use management. So this right here is a picture of what you will see in our web app. So if you go to app.ourpact.com and log in with your account information, this would be the management that you would see that you can use to manage your child's device. However, most parents use the mobile device, so that's what I'm going to be referencing tonight. But if you do have any specific questions about the web application, please let me know and I'm happy to answer those. So once your kiddo's device is paired through the Connect application, this is what you will see in your mobile application. So you'll see your kiddo and their picture up top, a map, and then tiles of the various management features that we have. So we have a family locator map. We can see Sophia's schedules here. Scrolling down, we can also see her allowance time, how much time she has for the day. You can see her view images. We'll get into what view is, as well as app rules. So this page, you can just scroll along and see all of those rules at a quick glance. Additionally, using the navigation buttons down at the bottom, you can switch between screens. So this will be the home page with all of tapping button at the bottom will take you to the page that allows you to set schedules, allowance, app rules, and your device and web restrictions. The third icon will bring you to the view feature, and the fourth will take you to the family locator. Additionally, on that home screen, you can scroll and tap those tiles that will also open that management feature for you. So I'm going to quickly try and get into all the features. So the first thing we're going to talk about is manual grants, manual blocks and grants. So what you can see right here is that Nadia, her device is currently granted until there's an afternoon schedule that kicks in. So because her device is free and open to use, I want to block her device. Let's say she hasn't done the dishes yet, and I want to block her device right now instead of waiting until the schedule. So you can tap that block button, and then you're going to be asked to select an increment of time for how long you want that block to be in effect. And then you will see here that her status has changed. And now there's a manual block in effect until 12:15. So I can choose to cancel that. Let's say she does the dishes in 3 minutes. All right, I can cancel that. Or if she's just really adamant about not doing those dishes, you can also choose to add more time. So next, let's get into our schedules. So again, you're going to see schedules here on this first page. So you can tap on that. And when you do, you will be able to create a new schedule. So when you're creating a schedule, you'll name it, you'll set the time that you would like the schedule to occur from and which days. By default, the recurring weekly toggle is turned on, which means that this schedule will enact every single week. If you only want a schedule to occur once, let's say you're setting a special schedule for spring break, you can toggle that off. And then after it has occurred once, it will be turned off. From schedules, you can also set app permissions. So these are certain apps that you do not want to be blocked during that specific schedule time. So how that will work is when you tap on app permissions, an entire list of all of the apps on your child's device will be pulled up. Now, these are the apps that are scheduled to be blocked by any block schedules or manual blocks. If you do not want one of these apps to be blocked during this schedule, then you will simply uncheck that app. So once that app is unchecked, then it will be excluded from that schedule. So you can see that for this schedule, the homework schedule, the excluded apps are going to be Duolingo, Photomath, and Spotify. So even though everything else will be blocked, they can still use those apps during this schedule. That was really, really quick. We will get back to app permissions though, but now we're going to move on to allowance. So the screen time allowance just manages how much screen time in total your child gets per day. So once you tap on allowance, you'll turn it on and you can set a different amount for each day. By default, 2 hours is set for allowance. So once it's turned on, all of those days will be set to 2 hours unless you go in and change that. Now, once allowance is turned on, all of your child's apps are going to disappear, and this is completely normal. What your kiddo is going to need to do is to open the OurPact Junior app on their phone. OurPact Junior is automatically sideloaded onto your child's phone when it is paired. It does not manage your kiddo's device. So if they delete it from their phone, it's not going to unpair the phone, but they do need it for things like allowance. So when allowance is turned on, your kiddo has to go start their allowance timer. So they'll open OurPact Junior and they'll press start. And then once they press start, their allowance time will start playing and it will start counting down. And then when they're done using screen time, or if their allowance has run out, they'll see that their limit has been reached and they'll no longer be able to use any of their screen time for the day. So allowance time can only be used during times that the device would be granted. Allowance time can't be used during any scheduled blocks also. All right, so next let's talk about app roles. App roles is by far my favorite because I think app roles does so much. It is the it's the sleeper feature in my opinion. I don't think people realize how cool App Rolls is. So the first thing that App Rolls does, which I think is the best thing, is it gives you a list of every single app that is installed on your child's device. Even if these apps are hidden away in some folder, you are going to see it populate in this list. So you can sort this list 4 different ways. By default, it's sorted alphabetically, but you can also sort this list by age rating, by which app role you set, and then also by category of apps. So whether that's social media or education, what have you. There are 3 rules that you can set for apps in app roles. So the first is always blocked. These are going to be the apps that no matter what state your child's device is in, they are never going to have access to these apps. So because you can make these changes instantaneously, this is a great way to just remove privileges to certain apps temporarily, like Instagram or any social media, right? Like you can just go in, remove access. So again, no matter what state the device is in, they won't have access to those apps. The next state, skipped. The next state is called blocked by schedule. And so this is just going to be the default setting. So this means that anytime you have a schedule in place to block apps, anytime there's allowance that needs to be used, these are the apps that are going to follow those rules. And then finally, you have the always allowed apps. So these are the apps that no matter the state of the device, these apps will always be allowed to your kiddos. So a lot of parents like to choose things like Spotify or the Kindle app, things that you're okay with your kiddo having access to 100% of the time. The next thing that you can do in app roles is you can set permissions for schedules, and then you can also see app information. So by tapping on that information, you're going to pull up a page that generates all of the app information that's available on the App Store. So it'll give you age rating, App Store rating, and whatnot. So from this page, you'll also be able to set the app role. Next, I know, oh my goodness, we're running out of time. I'm talking so fast. Next, you can tap permissions, and this is another page where you can also set those app permissions. So if you do not want an app blocked by a specific schedule, you can uncheck that in this permissions page. And just like when setting a schedule, it won't be blocked during that schedule. And then the last thing that App Rules does is it gives you a notification anytime a new app is downloaded onto your kiddo's device. You'll get an in-app notification. You can tap on that notification and it will take you directly to that app, so you can set an app rule for it immediately. All right. And then finally on this page, we have our restrictions. So this page will look different depending if your kiddo has an iOS device or an Android device. Essentially, what this page is going to let you do is 2 things. It allows you to turn on the adult web filter to filter out any adult content. And then it also lets you manage some device functions and restrictions. For iOS devices, there are more device restrictions than there are for Android. So don't be alarmed. That list should be shorter. On that same page, when you turn on the web filter, you can also choose to set websites that you would like to always be blocked no matter what, or websites that you would like to always be allowed no matter what. So if you're blocking certain apps like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, it's always a good idea to go in and block those websites as well. Next, let's go ahead and look at the View feature very quickly. View takes screenshots of your child's device while it is in use. All of those images are loaded into a fully encrypted gallery for you and you alone to go in and see. So these screenshots are taken automatically. However, you can also go in and take on-demand screenshots. You will see if your child's device is being used by looking here. If it says online, that means your child's device is in use. If it says offline, that means your child is not currently using their device. So when you want to take an on-demand screenshot, you'll tap the View Now button, and that will take an on-demand snapshot. Then you'll see these lovely little color tabs here. These are our categories. So View has a companion app that, getting tongue tongue-tied, that scans each image using OCR technology to identify any concerning material. And that's based on sexual content, profanity, violence, substance abuse, or you can also add your own custom words that you would like tagged. When an image is identified with concerning material, it will be tagged in the gallery with a small dot, as you can see down here at the bottom. And then when you tap on that image, it will show you exactly what words were flagged in that. And then finally, we have our family locator feature. So really quickly, family locator lets you see where your child is in real time. It also shows you a history of where they have been throughout the day. A breadcrumb is added if your child spends 5 minutes or more at one specific place. That is, the breadcrumb is added on the map. The location is added into the location history. With a Premium Plus subscription, you do get with a premium subscription, you get 14 days 14 days of location history. You can also set alerts for when your child enters or leaves a specific place so that you will get a notification that they have left or made it to whichever location you have set. So I rushed through those last two features. I'm so sorry. But I told you I could talk so much about OurPact. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I'm looking to see if there are any questions. It doesn't look like there are. Thank you so much for jumping on today. It's so fun to see Drew Brees. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, if you sign up for a new account with OurPact using ourpact.com/FNA, you will receive 10% off your subscription for the lifetime of your subscription. Again, all new accounts have a free 7-day trial with no credit card. And after you subscribe, then you get a free 14-day trial in addition. So we want you to try OurPact. We want you to love OurPact. We have a robust support system. We have a great support staff that can answer your support emails. We also have an extensive knowledge base library full of support articles, FAQs, everything that we can do to help you be successful with OurPact. So this last part was incredibly rushed. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us on any of our socials, or you can email us at support@ourpact.com. That is it for me. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And we'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.